Hey guys, it's MandaPanda. Happy Halloween to everyone. And today I am going to be customizing an Equestria Girls doll into a sugar skull, also known as a Day of the Dead character or a Dia de los Muertos doll. I think this custom is going to come out so cute, so let's get started. I am removing Rarity's head by twisting it to the side until it pops right off. And removing the head is going to make customizing the face so much easier, so I really recommend doing that step. I scrubbed off her face with some acetone, and now I'm just going to go in with a Sharpie and very roughly sketch out where I want her eyes to be. This doesn't have to be perfect because we're going to go in later and clean this area up. It's just more of a guesstimation of where you want the eyes to be. Once the rough outline of the eye area is in, I'm going in with black acrylic paint here, and I am going to completely fill in her eye sockets in black. So that way it really looks like she's a skull and just has these sunken in eyes. And you could make them as big or as small as you would like. Since I already have the black acrylic paint on my paintbrush, I'm going to go ahead and give Rarity a cute little skull nose. And I'm going to make it in the shape of an upside down heart. Switching back to my Sharpie, I'm going to give Rarity some hollowed out cheekbones so she really looks like a skull. So I'm just going to do a angled line and then take that line all the way down towards the bottom of the face, just like that. And I'm going to do this on the other side, and I'm going to try and get it at about the same height that I did on the other side. And now what I want to do is I want to create some shadow effect on those cheek areas, but you cannot do that with acrylic paint or a Sharpie. So what I have here is a black oil paint pencil, and I have a very small flathead brush. I am just going to pick up some of that black oil pastel directly onto the brush, and I'm going to sweep it behind the line. I don't want any of that to go in front of the line, all of it behind, and you see how it creates a shadow effect to really look like those cheeks are hollowed out like a skull. That looks so cool. Going in and using my Sharpie to give her a mouth, I'm just going to give her a thin black line for a smile and then put some stitches at the front of the mouth. If you want to, you can add some decoration to the end of the mouth area with some curly cues or dots or some additional lines. Sugar skulls are just full of lots of decoration, so you can really do anything that you want, whatever you like. I decided to go ahead and put little curly cues at the end of the mouth because I just think it looks so cute. Now I'm going to switch back over to some acrylic paint in white and define Rarity's eyes. So earlier I just did like a rough sketch, but now I am defining them completely. Switching back to black acrylic paint, I'm going to finish off Rarity's eyes. And I am actually going to go with some green eyes for this custom. But if you're making one, you can choose whatever eye color you prefer. The last step for the eyes is to give them the little light reflection. So I'm using my dotting tool to go in and put 2 little specks of light on each eye. And this dotting tool is making little circles that are way too big. So I'm going to go in with a little bit of black to make them smaller. Now it's time for some bling. For my sugar skull, I'm going to go in with these really small rhinestones that I bought off Amazon. I'll put a link down below. And I am going to put these rhinestones all around the edge of the eye. To do this, I am putting a little bit of clear nail polish down directly on the eye and putting some on the end of a toothpick to help me pick up those rhinestones. And I'm just going to place them, like I said, all around the eye. I'm going to go with traditional red and some pink thrown in there. But you can use whatever color you would like. Using a bright color like blue and green would also be really pretty. Seriously, these rhinestones look amazing. The last step on the face is going to be the forehead. Now, for the forehead area, you can really do whatever you would like. Sugar skulls come in all different styles, but I'm going to go with the traditional spiderweb forehead. And I'm just using some black acrylic paint and a very, very fine brush to get all of this in. The face is all done and seriously it looks so amazing. I am going to change Rarity's hair color from purple to black using my favorite black nail polish, Sally Hansen Black Heart. But you could always leave the hair purple if you'd like. Once the black has completely dried, I'm going to go over the face with a layer of clear nail polish to seal all of that work in. The final step for the head is going to be a crown of flowers. A traditional sugar skull does typically have a bunch of flowers on her head, and I am putting in these little fabric roses that I found online. They were like $3 for a little bag of them. And I'm going to go with red and pink, attaching them with some hot glue. Now that the head is completely finished, it's time to work on Rarity's body. I am going to paint her boots black using the same nail polish I used earlier. And I'm going to paint the top of her boots red using some red acrylic paint. I'm going to go ahead and paint Rarity's shirt and skirt black using that same nail polish I used earlier. When I painted in the shirt, I did have to go over Rarity's necklace, so I'm just taking a little bit of gold acrylic paint and painting her necklace back in, and I am going to give her a little pink rhinestone at the end like that. And now that the red on her boots has completely dried, I'm going to go in with some rhinestones and bling them out a little bit using these little diamond-shaped rhinestones. I'm going to use red, and I'm going to put one on each corner, each side of the little diamond that's on her boot. And if you wanted to, you could use pink if you're going to stick with the red and the pink. And those rhinestones look so amazing. The last thing to do is her skirt. I have painted it black already, and I have a little piece of white lace here, and I'm going to attach that to Rarity's skirt using a little bit of Mod Podge. I'm just going to paint it directly onto the skirt and then lay the fabric over it, and then put a second layer of Mod Podge over the fabric. And this is just going to give her a really pretty lace skirt. I'm going to fold the extra fabric over the back onto the inside and hot glue it so it stays in place. And here's the finished product. And you can see where I glued it in on the inside. It came out really pretty. Then you just put all the pieces back together. Let's check out the finished custom Rarity dressed up as a sugar skull. She is so gorgeous and definitely ready for all of the Day of the Dead festivities. Let's check her out. I've also added a little belt of red rhinestones. I hope that you have enjoyed this tutorial. If you have any ideas for another custom Equestria Girls doll, I would love to hear them, so leave them down below. Thank you so much for watching, little pandas. Until next time, bye! You can find me online. For the latest news and updates for the channel, you can follow me on Instagram, MandaPanda Toy Collector, like my Facebook page, facebook.com/MandaPanda Toy Collector, or you can add me on Snapchat